Hey guys, what's up? So today we're filming a very exciting video. We're going to be doing a review over this new honey pot gift set from Urban Decay. So if you guys want to see if this is worth your money or not, let's go ahead and jump in. So this kit retails for $59 and it has an $89 value. Inside you get 2 mini products along with 2 full size. So the first product I tried out today was their honey primer potion, and so this is supposed to be like a gold eyeshadow primer, and it really intrigued me because when I swatched it, it looks super pretty. And when I first put it on the eyes, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed just because it was a lot thinner than I thought it would be, and it kind of separated the more you blended it into your eye. Now I did try building it up to see if I could get that really gold opaque look in case I wanted to like wear this on its own, because I thought it would be good for that, but it didn't layer the best and it left my eyes super duper tacky. And so those were like my kind of first impressions with this, but I do go back in and use it again, and I'll tell you guys how in a sec. And then I moved on to the mini honey eyeshadow palette. This is inspired by their big honey eyeshadow palette, which I don't personally own, just because I was actually gonna buy that one, but then I saw this one and I saw all the colors in here, and to me these were the colors I was gravitating towards in the big palette anyways. Even though they're not the same, they are very similar though, so I went ahead and went with this kit instead. And so this is what the palette looks like, super cute and compact. And don't mind this dent right here, I actually dropped my camera battery on this palette and it kind of broke it a little bit because it's just cardboard. And so you do get a mirror in here, and then you get 2 matte eyeshadows and 4 shimmers. So like I said before, that eyeshadow primer made my eyes super tacky and I didn't like the way they were feeling, so I went in with the color Drizzle, which is this really pale yellow, and I just kind of set that eyeshadow primer in place. Now this yellow color is super duper light, it barely even showed up on my skin to be honest, but after I ended up setting the eyeshadow primer, I noticed how much the eyeshadow primer really helped the eyeshadow stick onto the eye. Then I went ahead and took the other matte in the palette, which is called Sticks, and it's a really beautiful mustard shade, and this blended onto the eye really nicely. It stuck to the eyeshadow primer really good as well. I kind of noticed anywhere where I didn't have the primer, it didn't stick as good, and so the parts where the primer was kind of made the color a little bit darker. Because I noticed how much the shadows were sticking to the primer, I decided to go in with it again to see if I would like it right like under a shimmer, and so I put it on the lid once again, and then I went in with the color Glazed, which is my favorite color in the palette. It's so beautiful, and oh my gosh guys, these two paired so beautifully together. It just created this beautiful like green gold, and I know that the primer helped just because if you swatch this color on its own, it's actually pretty sheer. It doesn't look the same as it does on my lid. Hopefully you guys could see that, but it's just a very sheer kind of topper shade, but because I had that primer underneath, it created this beautiful color. So usually for my looks, I'll go in with the deepest matte in a palette and use that to deepen up the outer corner, but because we didn't have a deep matte in this palette, I went in with the color Stun, which is a really kind of deep green, and I took that on my finger because usually shimmers do work better with your finger, and I just pressed it on the outer part of my eye, and it created such a beautiful look. And like I said, it really stuck to that primer, so everything was just kind of melding together. I love the way it looked. And then I got my fluffy brush and kind of blended everything together, and everything was blending on top of the primer beautifully. And then of course I had to use the true gold in the palette, which is California Honey, and I used that in my inner corner just to give me that nice honey pop. Now for my lower lash line, I do tend to use mattes as well, but like I said, we don't have much to work with in this palette, so I actually took the color Stun, once again the same color we used on the top, to go ahead and outline my lower lash line, but I was having a really hard time like getting it to stick, so I decided to go ahead and wet my brush and see if that helped, and it definitely did, and it kind of intensified how shimmery the color was, which I didn't mind. It is different for me, but it's okay, and it ended up sticking better to my eye anyways. And then I just blended it out with that Sticks color, once again that beautiful mustard. So at first I was pretty disappointed with the primer potion, but using it in conjunction with this palette just created such a beautiful look, so I would probably pair these two together every time I use it. The next thing that you get in the kit is a 24/7 glide on pencil in the shade Amber. This is a full size, and if you look at the packaging, it does look like it's going to be a more kind of coppery orange shade, but on the eye it does pull more gold, which goes with the whole theme. And so today I use this on my lower waterline, and it looks so beautiful. It just gives my eyes that really nice pop. I'm not gonna lie though, I have been reapplying it just because every time I tightline, my eyeliner transfers to the lower lash line and it looks like it was getting on top of the gold and it just looks bad. So I kept having to re-go over that, which kind of sucks. Let me know if you guys have any tips on making that like not transfer, because that always happens to me. That's usually why I tend not to even wear eyeliner on the bottom. And last but not least, you got a travel size of the All Nighter setting spray, but this is the Honey limited edition scent. And it's so crazy because the one I smelt in store just smelled like regular All Nighter spray, but this one, when I used it today, it did smell like honey. Now, it's not my favorite scent in the world. Like, I don't know, I don't know, maybe I just don't like honey, but it does smell like honey if you really like that smell. I mean, I think it's okay. It doesn't bother me and it's not overpowering, and it sets your makeup pretty nicely. I mean, if you've ever used All Nighter, it works the same. It just smells different. And so final thoughts on this kit, I really did enjoy it. I love the look that I got out of it, and I can't wait to keep playing with these products. I do think it's a good deal because, like I said, you do get 2 full-size products in here, and if you're planning on buying one or the other, I mean, you might as well get the kit. And I like the fact that it gave me like that taste of honey without having to buy the full eyeshadow palette. I don't know, for some reason, I'm just really loving minis, especially as my collection tends to grow. I just feel like I gravitate towards mini eyeshadows more than like giant ones, and so I really enjoyed this kit. I mean, All Nighter is just a cult classic, and all the other stuff was really fun to play with. And so that's gonna be everything for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are interested in this kit, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, BritanyRaquell, go ahead and subscribe before you leave. I do make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so that's 3 times a week, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!